All right. Well, credit to Harvard. I thought they did a great job from the beginning of the game. Just playing really hard. I thought their physicality really bothered us. We didn't do a good enough job in our screening actions, getting ourselves open and playing as a team. And then also on the offensive end, they did a really nice job moving the ball, finding openings, scoring inside. So again, I think credit to them. We got to be better, and we got to do a much better job defensively and on the glass.
I think that they pressured us a little bit, and then I don't think we reacted well enough to the pressure. And then, that's all I'd really say about that. I wouldn't say so necessarily. I think that I don't think we executed our game plan well enough in this game. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I could really only speak for myself on like the ones I made or shot. I feel like those are shots that will fall for sure. So I feel like just kind of having confidence in that and continuing to shoot it. So. I think that no matter who goes in there, I think that they have like the same mission, just to compete. I just don't think we competed hard enough today. Bottom line, I think.
Yeah, we have to do a much better job screening. I think that was the biggest issue. Harvard did a good job changing their game plan. They in their previous games have been switching a lot more on and off the ball, so we were prepared for that. And then they came out in this game and they were staying with their own. They weren't switching in the ball screens or anything like that. So I think that's something that we have to do a much better job of. When teams aren't gonna switch, then you have to screen better, and that'll help you get open. And we had way too many screens where we whiffed and weren't able to get any separation, and the pressure just really bothered us. And I felt the same way on our handoffs. There was probably 10 times in the game where we're trying to complete a handoff and we weren't able to complete it because the big didn't feel comfortable handing it off. And when you're playing that way, you're just kind of on your heels, and that's very difficult to get in any type of rhythm offensively. I mean, just trying to stop their runs. I mean, they went on some runs, and it felt like you had to do something to try to stop the run, to try to help the guys. And I'm not going to save my timeouts for necessarily late in the game. I think every possession in the game is equally as important. So just trying to stop their runs, and then we had one left and felt like maybe around the 8-10 minute mark. I wish I could have used another one, but I was trying to save it in case we gotten kind of a late game situation. But they were able to separate, and by the end it didn't feel like it was didn't feel like there was the right time to use it. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, we were playing from behind the whole game. I think we got down 11-2 with the starters in there. Trying to find a combination of guys that could help turn it around and make the score go the right way. And I do think, even though we didn't play well today, that is a strength of our team. I think we have, played 10 guys today, and all of them have the ability to help us. Or we played 9. I'm sorry. All of them have the ability to help us, and we need everyone. We need guys to play better, but there are a lot of different guys that can help us. I don't think there's that big a drop off or anything like that when we go to our bench. But obviously, it wasn't our night or our day today. Again, part of it, Blair needs, for him to get open shots, we need to be able to play as a team. So he needs us to get the defense in rotations. He benefits. Obviously, he's a great shooter, very good driver off the closeout, but we weren't really able to get the defense in rotations. Again, it goes back to, I don't think we screened well enough. So when you do that, you're going to allow them to kind of keep you in front. And then it turned into a lot of one-on-one, and credit to them. They have some really good individual defenders. We weren't able to get by or get any penetration one-on-one. So, I think that Blair's only getting 6 shots up in 34 minutes is kind of a byproduct of that. But we and myself and our coaching staff need to do a much better job getting him shots.
Are you expecting?
I'm not sure. It's day to day. I think Zeno is he's relatively close. He's obviously it's been almost 8 weeks or 7 or 8 weeks since he got injured. So it's a little slower than we thought, but he's getting close to being able to play.
What do you think he can?
Yeah, well, scoring one-on-one, I think, is one of his best talents. So, that helps in a game like this where there's pressure and they're locking up. To have a guy that can score a little bit with his back to the basket, or from the elbow, that's really, really important. And you saw Connor got a couple buckets. He's pretty good in there that way. But Zeno gives us a guy who can really go get a basket.
Oh, felt like.
We just need to coach better. We need to get these guys better shots. I thought we were fighting for good ones. We're a really unselfish team. We've played as a team on offense and defense all year. We did not do that well enough today, but I think a lot of that was Harvard and us as a coaching staff not finding good enough solutions to help the guys. So we'll do much better moving forward. Yeah, I mean the shooting makes it. We're shooting over 50 from three coming in today, and it's difficult because there's not really another guy that you can put your five on. So because they're playing Pajay at the four. So our five for us has to guard Batiz, and that's difficult because your ball screen coverage. It for us, we try to defend as a team, but the other solution against a guy that can shoot would be to switch, and I think that would be difficult for us. So I think it's the shooting, but then you can't switch because he has the ability to score in the low post. Obviously, even the one-on-one moves late where he's dribbling the post and putting balls in. He's a really talented player, and this is my first time competing against him. But I think he's really talented, and they've obviously done a great job helping develop him. Really good player, kind of a really hard matchup and a difficult guy to prepare for. I mean, it's staying consistent, and I think for us, it's going to be defending and rebounding and trying to get that right. Because the offensive stuff is not as important as defending and rebounding. We need to do that every night. We have to defend as a team, and we have to be the more physical team on the glass. That's how we're built. We're obviously a big team, and we need to be able to control the backboard. I think we lost the rebounding by 1. They got 10 offensive rebounds. We only got 16 defensive rebounds, so they got almost 40% of their misses back. And that is not good enough for us if we want to be able to be competitive in this league. We got to get that right. Thanks, guys.